Happy Sentinels Tuesday, everybody. I'm kind of having a rough time lately. Last week's been real shitty. Anybody else having like a rougher time than normal? Is it just me? Well, I'm about to have a really rough time as we dive back into the Buffyverse and not only show off a new deck, but Allscander's new workshop mod. It's called Allscander's Assembly, and among all of his various villains, environments, and heroes, it includes his newest villain. That's right, it's the Master, Steppy Time. From what I read literal minutes ago before I started this video, the Master is an ancient vampire lord. He's been imprisoned underground. He's trying to get back out, leading some cult of religious zealot vampires, which is never a good prize. But he's going to be our main attraction today. Fighting him will be Freedom Fight Legacy, because it's been a long time since I played Legacy on this show. Vanish 1929, Road Warrior mainstay, and a variant of Tovera called Novice Trials. We'll be fighting in Ponyville because I'm running out of environments I actually want to play a second time. Let's take a look at the Master. Start of the game, the enters play sealed generator side up. His HP varies depending on H. Currently it is 80. Reveal cards on top of the villain deck until you reveal a child, put it into play, shuffle the remaining cards in the villain deck, and then discard the top 5 cards of the villain deck. So he's got 5 cards in his trash, 1 target in play. Gameplay says increase radiant damage dealt to the Master by 1, reduce damage dealt to him by X, where X is the number of vampires in play. So he's got 1 damage reduction right now. Start of the villain turn, if there are no non-character vampires in play the top card of the villain deck. Okay, so if we get rid of his little guard there, he'll be playing extra cards. That's probably fine. I'm sure nothing will go wrong. Cards which enter play this way cannot cause the Master's villain character cards to flip this turn. Interesting. At the end of the villain turn, if there are 12 or more cards in the villain trash, he flips, and we remove 30 HP from him. Otherwise, shuffle the villain trash, reveal the top H-1 cards of the villain trash, put any revealed minions into play, and replace the rest. Okay, so I guarantee there's a couple targets in the trash. We'll be seeing some of those. Alright, I'm not sure if we actually want him to flip or not, but we're going to try and clear out the board so that we can deal with his stuff. So he plays the Order of Aurelius. Oh hey, it's his cult of religious zealot vampires. Reveal the top H-2 cards of the villain deck, put any revealed vampires into play, shuffle the rest back into the villain deck. Increase damage dealt by vampires by 1 until the start of the next villain turn. So think about this. He is going to be extra difficult if you play him in the Court of Blood or in Sunnydale Graveyard. So we get the top 2 cards. That's probably a vampire. Yep, former friend. So that goes into play. Shuffle the other card into the deck. In turn, we shuffle the villain trash, reveal the top 3 cards, putting any minions into play. This is a minion, and also a vampire. Probably not a coincidence. Alright, so our first child was Luke. Reduce damage dealt to this card by 1, increase radiant damage dealt to this card by 1. I expect that will be common to all vampires. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target the highest HP H melee damage. That's going to be 5 damage to Legacy. Former friend. The first time each turn a hero deals damage to this card, they deal themselves 1 psychic damage. End of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target the highest HP 3 melee damage. That is Tovera, so taking 4. And Tertius, Vampire Minion the 3. Reduce the first damage dealt to this card each round by X. X is the number of the 3 in play. Okay, so that's per round. Interesting. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target the 3rd highest HP, X plus 1 melee damage. Okay, so X is 1, so that's 2, so that's 3 to the 3rd highest. Legacy will take that. Okay, I'm going to play Superhuman Durability, because that might actually be useful in this game. And then, oh gosh, do we want to get somebody set up? Let's get Tovera set up. Okay, she'll just do Tail Strike, deal a target 1 melee damage, we'll hit this idiot, she hits herself for 1, and draw 2 cards. Some cards in her trash is better than no cards in her trash. Draw a card. Let's go ahead and do Concussive Burst, and then she'll scout to draw a card and draw a card. Mainstay is going to play Preemptive Payback, because he's the highest, so we can activate his power and he'll punch some stuff. Tovera will play Mage's Spear. Her power is Youthful Zeal. You may play or discard a card. During your draw phase, if you discard it this way, draw an extra card. So you can actually fill up your trash easily and get some replacements. I think I might want to play a card though. Yeah, you know what? We'll use that power so I can play Dual Wield, and I can use an extra power during my power phase, and we'll use the Mage's Spear. Tovera deals a target 2 melee damage, discard a card from the top of your deck. Let's hit that guy again. She hits herself again, discard a card, and draw. Off to Ponyville. Granny Smith. X hero targets will gain a hit point each, where X is 1 plus the number of houses in play. Will heal Legacy, because he can take more damage. Okay, start a turn. There are non-character vampires in play. This wears off. Thank goodness. And we play Ordained Massacre. Destroy the environment target with the lowest HP. Oh, they massacred Granny Smith. Harsh. Each hero deals himself 2 psychic damage, and each vampire gains 2 HP. Well, damn it. Mainstay will preemptive payback that and hit this dumbass for 3. Hit himself for 1 and 2. Okay, end of turn. Shuffle. That's a minion. It's another former friend. Okay, Luke hits the highest for 4. That is Mainstay. Mainstay hits him back for nothing, unfortunately. Former friend hits the highest for 3. That's Vanish. Tertius hits the 3rd highest, which is anybody but Legacy. We will have them hit Mainstay, and he will punch off their damage reduction. Maybe we can get rid of them. And then former friend hits the highest for 3, and that's Legacy. Not doing so great. Let's go ahead and Thok. Try and get rid of the Tertius. Draw a card. Did he draw anything useful? Yes, he did. We'll use his power to play Inspiring Presence. I'm sure nothing terrible will come of that. Draw a card. Let's go ahead and blink. Draw a card. Play a card, use a power. I'll play Elusive, and then we'll use Scout, draw a card, increase damage dealt by hero targets by 1 until the end of the turn, and then for her other power, we'll use Elusive, reduce the next damage dealt to her by 1, and I can draw a card or play a card. I'll play Flash Recon. Reveal and replace the top card of each deck, and then we get to put one into play. We will play Tovera's card, Piercing Blow. You may destroy an ongoing. Move 0, 1, or 2 cards from the top of your trash to the bottom of your deck. Tovera deals X irreducible melee damage, where X is twice the number of cards moved this way. So we're going to throw all of her cards under her deck. She's got +1, +2 damage, so that is 4, 6. Let's see, I could kill the former friend, which wouldn't cause her to hurt herself. I could hit Luke for a bunch, or I could hit the Master for a bunch. Let's hit the Master for a bunch. And then we put this card under her deck. Okay, cool. Draw a card. Alright, so Mainstay's going to play Void Belter. We'll drop Tertius. And you know what? I've got another one in hand. Let's blow up the Void Belter so he can do 3 and 3 to something. How about Luke? Hit him for 4. Draw a card. Okay, Blade combo. Vera deals a target 2 melee damage and 2 melee damage. Flame Blade is not in play, but that's fine because she'll be hitting for 6. Yeah, let's hit Luke some more. Hit him for 4. Power number 1, Mage's Spear. Take out Luke since we've done so much damage to him. Power number 2, let's see, and then discard a card. Power number 2, do I want to play a card? Yeah, actually I do. We'll play Drain Life. Tavera deals up to 5 targets, 1 infernal damage each. For every 2 damage Tavera deals this way, discard a card from the top of your deck. We'll hit Former Friend and take it out, and hit Former Friend, and she'll hit herself, but that means I can discard 2 cards off her deck, and that's great. Draw a card. Ponyville plays Look Before You Sleep. Let's select the players with the most and fewest cards in hand. Well, the most is Vanish, and the fewest is Tovera. Well, this is going to be interesting. I think that means Vanish needs to skip her play phase. I don't know. We want them to have the same number of cards in hand at the start of the environment turn. Okay, yeah, we'll skip her play phase, I think. Gosh, I don't know, that's a weird combination of numbers to deal with. Alright, start of turn he doesn't play a card, so he just gets to play a card. Claw, he's just going to be dealing a bunch of damage. End of turn, let's get a minion back. Is that a minion too? No, that is a child, so Luke is not coming back, but the former friend will. Alright, the former friend hits the highest for 3, that's Vanish, who takes 2. Cool. Claw deals the hero target with the second lowest HP, 2 melee damage. Reduce damage dealt by a target, deals damage this way by 1 until the start of the next villain turn. Who's the second lowest? Oh, we're all equal. Okay, that will be Legacy then. And then former friend hits the highest for 3, that's anyone but Legacy. A Mainstay will take it. Alright, well in case this wasn't going to be weird enough, everybody draw a card. And I think I will use his power to let Tovera play something, because Vanish will have to discard, and then I can figure out what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, let's do Blade combo. 3 melee and 3 melee. She hits former friend, she'll hit herself, so let's hit Claw down to 1. And then Vanish has to discard. Legacy draws. Okay, Vanish is skipping her play phase, which, unfortunately, if I use Elusive, she'll draw a card. If I use Scout, she'll draw a card. And if I use neither, she'll draw 2. I mean, I don't have to draw 2. Frig. Okay, this is weird. Okay, so Vanish is basically skipping her entire turn, because I want these 3 hit points. Mainstay will play Void Belter and drop Claw. Draw a card. Okay, Tovera's going to skip her play phase. Power 1, I'm going to discard a card. Power 2, Mage's Spear. I guess we'll hit this former friend for 3. She hits herself for 2. We discard the top card of her deck. And then because I discarded with her base power, I can draw 2. And that doesn't get me to what I need. Okay, gotta rethink this. Alright, Ponyville. Town Hall. Play the top card of the environment deck. It's the Bugbear, Step in Time. This card deals hero target with the second highest HP, 1 toxic damage. That can be legacy, he's fine with that. Alright, doesn't do anything extra. He plays the Anointed Rises, ongoing. This card enters play, each hero target deals himself 1 psychic damage. Ouch. Too bad the -1 wore off. Search the villain deck and trash for the Anointed One, put him into play, shuffle the villain deck. Whenever you see a little kid, you know it's bad news. At the start of the villain turn, if the Anointed One is in play, the Master flips. Otherwise, destroy this card. What does the Anointed One do? Redirect the first damage dealt to this card each turn to the Master. The first time a non-target card is revealed from the villain deck or trash each turn, put that card into play. Oh dear. So, okay, the question is, do I try and take the kid out? Well, actually the answer is I probably can't because of the Bugbear. Shuffle the villain trash. That's a non-target card revealed, so Hypnotic Suppression happens. The Master deals the hero with the highest HP H psychic damage and destroys H-2 of their ongoing cards. The hero cannot use powers until the start of the next villain turn. Holy shit. Alright, the highest is Vanish, unfortunately, so she takes 4 psychic damage, and he destroys both of her ongoing cards, which I guess is fine, because she didn't really need them, and she can't use powers. This will complicate my sleepover. These are both minions, so they go back into play. Okay, Cheapers. He hits the highest for 3, that's Tovera. He hits the highest for 3, that's Mainstay. Tertius hits the third highest for 2, that's Tovera. And Claw hits the second lowest for 2, that's Mainstay, unfortunately. Oof, am I doing this right? Yep, sure am. Okay, we can't deal damage to anything but the Bugbear. I think it's time for Heroic Interception. Then we will... Alright, we're going to do this. We will play a Flash Recon, which means Tovera has to discard, which she doesn't mind. We'll play Mainstay's Durasteel Studded Vest. Let's see, he's got another ongoing happening. Mayor Mare is coming out. Okay, so... that was his power draw card. She's going to play Forewarned, because at the start of her turn, I can destroy this card, and if I do, all players draw till they have 3 cards in their hand. Once they both have the same number of cards in hand, I can do the thing. Tovera discards, she can't use powers, so she draws. Alright, it's time to put the Master in a headlock. But despite having this ancient vampire in a headlock, Mainstay's like, nope, gotta fight the monster. Hit it for 3, he takes nothing in return, draw a card. Let's focus. Vanish discards. Draw a card. Move the bottom card of my deck to my hand, which is a Piercing Blow. Discard a card. Okay, Power 1, Mage's Spear. She hits the Bugbear and takes 1 damage in return. Power 2, let's play Piercing Blow, because I can destroy an ongoing card with it. I'm still not sure if we want to flip the Master or not, but we can actually hit him now, and then I can move 2 cards from my trash to the bottom of my deck and deal 5 melee damage to the Bugbear, taking 1 in return. Not quite enough to take it out, draw a card. So at the start of Vanish's turn, I can drop Forewarned. Tovera will have 3 cards, and I think I can play a card? I don't know. We'll figure this out. Alright, that doesn't happen. Somebody can take 3 melee damage to destroy this card. That sounds like a good idea. Mainstay will take 2 melee damage, destroy this card, which deals a target 2 projectile damage, dropping the Bugbear. 2 problems solved at once. Hey, the Mayor comes back. That's fine, because Town Hall served its purpose. Alright, X players may discard a card and draw 2 cards where X's number of houses in play. Oh, maybe I won't have to do that. Yeah, Tovera will discard and draw 2, so now we just have to keep them even till the start of the environment turn, and I think we'll have Legacy discard and draw 2 since we've got an extra choice of that. And then we play the top card of the environment deck. It's Derpy. The hero with the most cards in hand discards a card and regains a hit point. That would be Legacy. Oh hey, I forgot, we're immune to damage, which technically means the Bugbear is still out with 1 hit point, because we couldn't have destroyed Town Hall anyways. Anyway, he discards a card, and this goes after the second highest, which is Legacy, strangely enough. Alright, everyone but Legacy is immune to damage. Start of turn. There are non-character vampires in play. He plays a card. Fateful Prophecy. Play this card next to the hero character with the highest HP. That's Vanish. And play the top card of the villain deck. This card is indestructible. Increase damage dealt to the Master by this hero by 1. Increase damage dealt to this hero by 1. Oh, that's not good. Vanish doesn't want that. At the start of the villain turn, if this hero has 10 or fewer HP, he flips and we remove this card from the game. Interesting. Alright, and that plays the top card, Ordained Massacre. Okay, that destroys the bugbear this time. Thank you, guys. Each hero deals himself 2 psychic damage. Each vampire regains 2 HP, so Legacy takes 3. You know, technically the Master is not a vampire. I think he's supposed to be, though, so we'll just ignore that. We did not deal any damage to vampires last round. Okay, end of turn. Shuffle. The Anointed Rises goes into play. Each hero target deals itself 1 psychic damage. Legacy's dying. Oh, and we also get another member of the 3, Secundus. I'm seeing a pattern here. Okay, as long as nobody's going after the lowest, we're not going to take any damage. So highest, he doesn't do anything. Third highest, which is not Legacy. Second lowest, which is not Legacy. Oh yeah, this wears off. And second highest. Oh, I see. So I would assume that the other guy does the highest. Okay, Heroic Interception goes away, but it served its purpose. Back Fist Strike. 5 melee damage. I mean, I could beat up on the vampires, or I could just hit the Master. Granted, that's kind of dumb either way. He's going to play Motivational Charge and draw a card. Would like to be able to use that, but we'll see. Vanish plays Teleport Barrage, which means Tovera discards a card. I'm going to use Teleport Barrage because she deals 1 extra damage to the Master, so she can hit him for 3. We won't discard anything, draw a card. Alright, let's see. If Tovera plays a card, then she'll have 2 cards, and she'll have 2 cards. Yeah, no, I think that's right. I could kick the tires and get rid of that ongoing, but honestly I'm interested to see what happens when the Master flips. So let's do Preemptive Payback, and we'll hit the Master for 4. Draw a card. Let's do Piercing Blow again. Vanish discards. Yeah, I'm not going to destroy that ongoing. We'll move 2 cards to the bottom of her deck, and do 4/5 irreducible melee damage. Let's drop Tertius, because that will depower Secundus. Power 1, I'm just going to use Mage's Spear and do 3 damage to the Master. Discard the top card of her deck, draw a card. Okay, and then at the start of the environment turn, they both regain 3 HP and draw until they have 5 cards in hand. That was pretty much worth it. Okay, let's do Town Hall again. Somebody can take 3 melee damage. Tovera will take it, and we'll have that hit the Master for 2. Ponyville plays Parasprite, so that's bad. Tovera wants to discard and draw 2, and she now has the most cards in play, so she heals 1 and discards 1. And in the environment turn, put the top card of the environment played and face down, and this deals the X non-monster targets the lowest HP, 2 melee damage each for X's number of monsters in play. So that's 2. We'll hit this former friend and I guess the mayor. Sorry, mayor. Alright, there's lots of vampires in play. Alright, there are some start of turn things happening here. Start of the villain turn, the anointed one is in place, we flip the Master. 2, the old ones rise, and the Master's flipped to the side, shuffle the villain trash into the villain deck. Oh, hey, this is a good thing. I like this. Move the top 3 cards of the villain deck under this character card. Cards on this card are not considered in play. Okay, interesting. Increase radiant damage dealt to him by 1. Start of the villain turn, if there are 10 or more cards under this card, the old ones awaken to conquer the earth, game over. Oh, okay, so you don't want to flip him. That's fine. Otherwise, the environment deals each hero X melee damage or X the number of cards on this card. Okay, let's never flip him again. Everybody take 3. He will Preemptive Payback and do 4 damage to the Master. Whew. Reveal cards on top of the villain deck until X minions are revealed. Put them into play. Shuffle the remaining revealed cards and the villain trash in the villain deck. Oh boy. So we get Boku minions, because that's exactly what we needed. The villain card would be played or the Master would flip. Instead, move the top 2 cards of the villain deck under this card. Oh, wait, really? He doesn't flip back? Oh shit. We need to get Vanish down to 10 HP. Okie dokie. So we put the top 2 cards of the villain deck under this card. That's real bad. Jeez. And he deals the hero target the highest HP H melee damage, which unfortunately is mainstay and it's irreducible. Okay, former friend hits the highest for 3. That's Vanish and she takes 4. Former friend hits the highest for 3. It's Vanish. She takes 4. This hits the second lowest. That is mainstay. This is bad. This is real bad. So along with Secundus, we now have Primus, so he's hitting the second highest for 3. That is Vanish, who's down to 2 now. Primus hits the highest for 3, that's Tovera. And the Aurelian Initiates. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the each -2 hero targets the highest HP, 2 melee damage each. Well, that's not good. Okay, so Tovera's taking 4, and Mainstay will take 1, and Legacy will take 2. This is all real bad, you guys. I'm going to play Surge of Strength, and we're going to start punching some vampires. By which I mean punching some Parasprites, because otherwise they're going to overrun us. Drop that, everybody heal 1. Jeez, draw a card. Let's abduct and abandon somebody. Like, I literally don't care who. Power, we're going to Teleport Barrage. I will drop 3 cards, so she'll take out the Parasprite. And then we're going to do, let's see, I don't want to hit the former friends or she'll die. We're going to hit the Anointed one, which gets redirected to him as 3 damage. And then she'll hit the Anointed one for 4. Draw a card. Okay, time to play Kick the Tires. Draw a card. I will destroy an ongoing card of his, so he deals a target 4 projectile damage. I'll make it 3 against this former friend. No more cheese damage against the master. But that lets him play a card. He's not the lowest, so I don't want to play Lonesome Highway. Let's play Mono a Mono. Yeah, because then Void Belter, 4 damage to Primus, which will be reduced to 2, and then we'll destroy Mono a Mono, so he heals 2. Draw a card. Oh boy. Alright, I'm going to play Storm Wings. When you play this card, move 0, 1, or 2 cards on the top of your trash to the bottom of your deck, and if you move 2 cards, she can deal up to 5 targets, 1 lightning damage each. So we're going to move 2 cards and deal some fucking damage. That's the Anointed one. I can't hit him. Can't hit the former friend, so that's actually reduced to nothing. Yeah, I'll hit the Anointed one, which goes to the Master. Oh, he's not protected by the vampires anymore. Okay. Power number 1, Mage's Spear. 3 damage to the Aurelian Initiates. Discard a card. Power number 2, Storm Wings. Move a card from the top of your trash to the bottom of your deck, and if you do, she deals up to 3 targets, 3 lightning damage each. That'll be 4 lightning damage. We'll take out Tertius. We'll drop... I actually want to keep the Anointed one in place, so we flip him back. That, and hit Secundus. Alright, draw a card. That was exciting. The Cutie Pox. Uh-oh. Play this card next to the hero with the fewest cards in play. That's either Mainstay or Vanish. Then at that hero's turn, they deal themselves 3 toxic damage, reveal the top 6 cards of their deck, use a power print on one of those cards, and discard the revealed cards. And if no power was used this way, destroy this card. I'm going to put that on Mainstay. He contracts Cutie Pox. Somebody can discard a card and draw 2 cards. Tovera's good. I think I'll have Vanish do it. And then who's got the most cards in hand? That's Mainstay. He heals 1 and discards a card. Alright. Oh boy. This happens before he flips, unfortunately. The environment deals each hero 5 melee damage. I feel like that's not quite right, but everybody dies, except for Mainstay, which means he's probably going to die. Okay, he gets 5 minions, which thankfully there's only 1. Shuffle the trash into the deck, and then this hero has 10 or fewer HP. Does an incapacitated hero have 10 or fewer HP? I'm honestly not sure, because what's going to happen is he's going to flip and then flip again, and there's no one flip to the side. Yeah, move the top 3 cards of the villain deck under this character card. Uh-oh. Because the Anointed one is still in play, and then that is removed from the game. Okay, and then he moves the top 2 cards of his deck under himself, and he hits the highest for 4 melee damage and kills Mainstay. Huh. I'm a little disgruntled about this. I mean, obviously I had no idea what the strategy was here. I usually go into villains blind, although with heroes I will generally play them once. But aside from that, like, there's no way to flip him back. I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with this villain, because on his front side he just plays so many targets, and there's no way to stop them unless you have something like Headlock that makes all your damage irreducible. Let's take a look at the rest of his deck. Let's see. The Harvest. When this card enters play, move a child from the villain trash into play. At the start of the villain turn, one child deals the lowest HP non-villain target H melee damage. If a target was destroyed this way, he flips. When there are no child cards in play, destroy this card. I mean, he got to 10 cards really fast, which I need to look at those too. Darla, another child. End of the villain turn, this card deals the highest and lowest non-villain targets H-1 melee damage each. Whenever this card destroys a target, each hero deals himself 2 psychic damage. Holy crap. Well, he's obviously meant to be the end boss of the Buffyverse, and that's probably fitting for where he came from. I'm not sure how you're supposed to beat him. You absolutely have to have, like, Parse and Stuntman and Mainstay and heroes who do lots of irreducible damage or make heroes do irreducible damage. Otherwise, I don't know how you're supposed to keep him from flipping. Or, keep him in a state where you can actually hit him, other than just keep one vampire in play and make sure everybody can do, 2 damage at a minimum. So, yeah, I might have to try him again. That's a very disappointing loss, because I'm not really sure where I went wrong. Well, sad to say, that's how we're starting off All Scanders Assembly. As for this variant of Tovera, she's not wearing any clothes for some reason. Not bad. Actually, very nice power for her. Very versatile, very useful for her setup. And of course, having Legacy there to help her set up faster was real good. But that's it for this very sad episode. Thanks for watching. As always, Tabletop Simulator, the Reaver Sentinels Calling DLC, All Scanners Assembly, Walker's Workbench, and Tovera Dragon Inquisitor, not licensed great against products. Please support the official release and flip.